This just in, Brent. Gen Z has a new trend, and it's autism. Okay, genuinely, show me where people are making it seem that autism is a trend. Genuinely, please show me where. Because all I see is people taking their identity and spreading awareness, and it's very common for marginalized communities to take things that they should be made embarrassed by or made less than by, and take it back and find strength in it. And some of them are even just having fun, just being their little stimmy selves. I don't understand how a lot of these people, mostly Gen X and boomers, with some millennials and Zoomers jumping on these bandwagons that declare that we are making it a trend to be a marginalized community that essentially can't go a day in the outside world without being put down for some reason. And before anyone says it's because there are so many more diagnoses, answer me something. On Easter, or during Easter, in the egg hunt, how many eggs do you find if you don't look? Not many, and only the very, very obvious ones, right? But then when you actually start looking, you'll find a hell of a lot more. Same thing with autism and other mental disorders. Awareness is being raised. More providers are able to diagnose. More people know to look for a diagnosis or seek a diagnosis. And that is what's happening. Along with the stigma being lessened by us, for us. And even then, why are you so afraid of it? Why are you so afraid of us being diagnosed? And many of you who, proclaim it's a trend are also against self-diagnosis for people who don't have the resources. So which would you prefer? More of us being actually diagnosed, or a bunch of us running around with the belief that we probably are autistic because we have made a community in which we can explore what we are, how we feel, how we act, the different ways each individual expresses their autism. What is so bad about that? Tell me, please. What is so bad about more autistics being given the relief of being told this is what they have, and that is why they have had the life experience that they have had, and that is why people react to them and treat them the way that they do? Because as someone diagnosed later in life, I can tell you, being finally diagnosed was a huge fucking relief. I'm sure there are children with underdeveloped brains who have fallen for it being a trend because, mostly in part, due to all of the discourse surrounding it, ergo what all the older people are complaining about, and try to, take it up as a quirky little thing to have without understanding what it is, how it happens, and the respect it deserves. I'm sure there are exceptions for damn near everything. So I'm sure there are people who have fallen for that, but those are not what I'm talking about. And say someone does misdiagnose themselves. What harm have they done? None. At most, they have mistaken their own characteristics or symptoms for something that they're not, and they instead have a different neurodivergency. They have likely helped foster an accepting community and resources for others, and at most they've inconvenienced themselves and missed a possible treatment option. Whereas, if you deny people accepting autism and tell them that if they think they're autistic and therefore self-diagnose themselves as autistic, that they are wrong and cringe and disgusting and scum of the earth, you are denying them help, you are denying them the tools they need and the support they need to be able to be successful. You're denying them a formal diagnosis altogether, and you're probably bullying them and further pushing them into self-medication, which results in alcoholism and drug addiction and poverty, or more severe poverty, and homelessness, which is huge harm to them and also a burden on society if you want to value people by what they can do for society and the economy, therefore.